What is up, everyone? Thanks for tuning in. Hold on, let's fix my mic real quick here. I think it should be better. Game is about to get started here very shortly, but we're just waiting to load in. So you guys chill. We'll get right into it. Hello and what is up, everyone? Let me move my mic in a proper position here. Sorry, I was just finishing my food and water here so I have nutrition. But this is game one between Fire Dragoon and Fnatic. This is the losers bracket of the DAC Dota Asia Championships 2018 Southeast Asian Qualifiers. The loser of this series is out of qualification for this major tournament. And you know that is not a good thing for Fnatic. If you guys haven't kept up with the Dota 2 that was being played here at DAC in the Southeast Asian region yesterday, Fnatic was knocked down to the lower bracket by Boom ID. Yes, I said Boom ID, the Indonesian boys. The boys from Indonesia. They knocked down Eternal Envy and his team here. Fire Dragoon, I believe they lost to... what was it? Execration, TNC, one of them. TNC knocked down Fire Dragoon. So, excuse me, I'm gonna finish off my water. This is it's a little bit earlier than scheduled, I think. They should fix it. It's like on all the websites and stuff like that. This game, in theory, shouldn't be starting yet for some reason. So maybe this is gonna be hard to find for you guys. Because I'm looking at the websites, they should be starting in an hour. Not according to Join Dota. The Join Dota is right. The Ghost 2 Gamers is wrong. GG Ghost 2 Gamers. But I'm sure they'll fix it. Anyway, how's everyone doing? This is game one. The draft is underway. Fnatic, first pick Razor coming out from them. Look at that Elder Titan for Fire Dragoon. Now, Fire Dragoon, if you guys don't know who they are, you probably know. They're from Malaysia. Got some top-ranked players. They got Ajit, they got Alacrity. So there is some rumors that they're actually going to disband. They did play in the WESG. I think they didn't actually make it through. I'm not so sure. Wait, hold on. Did they make it through? I think they... Let me check. I want to see who represents Malaysia. WESG. Go to... Let's check it out real quick. We got some time to chill. Yeah, they did make it through, along with Happy Feet and what else? Team Kazakhstan. I didn't expect that one. And the Australians. Somehow Australians made it through. White Rabbit Gaming? What the heck is that? From South Africa. Anyway, this is gonna be Fire Dragoon, the WESG qualified team. That's their only notable accomplishments, unfortunately. Maybe we'll see more. Like, they're talented players. Don't get me wrong, but they're not up to snuff with Fnatic. But you never know. Fnatic got upset by a tier 2 team yesterday, a tier 3 team. I would say Fnatic's tier 2, right? Well, I don't know. What do you guys consider tier 1? What do you guys consider? That's loud. Right, hold on. For me, I consider tier 1 as like the best of the best, you know? Like EG. Well, EG. Like Liquid, Secret, stuff like that. Like tier 2, I consider teams that make it to lands but don't win it. And tier 3 are teams that just don't make it to lands. So that's why I consider Fnatic tier 3, or Fire Dragoon tier 3, Fnatic tier 2. I feel like each person has their own definition. Now, looking at the bans for the first phase, real quick, very interesting bans coming out from Fire Dragoon, targeted towards Fnatic specifically. But Fnatic get the most cancer combination for the laning stage possible in this patch. It's the Razor Omni Knight. They got Razor for lane domination, and they picked the Omni Knight as well. Now they can really pick a hard carry, and they can feel confident they're at least going to win these 2 lanes with the proper supporting. I don't know why is Elder Titan frozen? For some reason, Fire Dragoon is frozen in time. They're stuck in one place. I don't know what that is. That's quite unfortunate. But Monkey King ban coming out. What are these bans? Monkey King Ursa? I mean, they had to scrim or something, or they're just banning Omni Knight counters. They're banning the only Omni Knight counters or Omni Knight lane counters left. That's very interesting. So what is that saying? They're saying that as long as Omni Knight doesn't get dumpstered in lane, they feel confident they're just gonna win this. They're gonna ban Ursa. They're gonna ban Monkey. Of course, Lycan also gets taken out first phase. I mean, probably still one of the best carries even after the recent nerf in 7.08. Well, this is a hero we've been seeing a lot in the Southeast Asian region, other regions as well. Witch Doctor pickup for Fire Dragoon. Overall, he's a solid support. I don't think he's strong. And the reason why you would pick him over Bane, I don't know. I feel like Witch Doctor is a hero you pick when Bane is banned. He provides a stun early on, which is something that Bane doesn't. I mean, Bane can still, cancel TPs, but he doesn't stun. He doesn't disable until he gets his ultimate. And in addition, Witch Doctor does a little bit more damage output in terms of like ganking potential. Like Bane is like harass, right? He doesn't kill things. Witch Doctor kill things. If you watched Boom ID yesterday, you would see that what was it, Kezcute on the Kezcute on the Witch Doctor's owning? Oh no, that wasn't Boom ID. What was the team? I'm mixing up teams. Oh, it was X Creation. Yeah, X Creation with their Witch Doctor pick. That was Grim Z. Mixed up some games. But I'm gonna pick the Rubik now. So they got Razor Omni Rubik. I mean, that doesn't really tell you anything. Honestly, that's 2 cores and a support, but it still doesn't tell you anything about their draft because their carry is going to be the main base of their strategy. whereas Razor is just there to win the lane and do his thing. We saw a similar strategy, or I saw a similar strategy. I don't know if you've watched with me, but Liquid do the same thing. They picked Razor Omni TB, but that's not an option for Fnatic. So we'll see what they can go for now. The Razor, is it going to be played by Envy? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. We'll find out. But Phantom Lancer, 4th pick from Fire Dragoon. I mean, they don't care. He's pretty solid against all these heroes so far. And overall, he's still a strong hero. Illusion's pretty strong, except for Illusion Cancers. You know, there's no Naga, there's no Alchemist right now. Thank God. But in terms of like right-clicking illusions, like PL, Terrorblade, they're top tier. Now, CK, he's kind of up there as well, but a little bit less because he's, you know, cooldown dependent. Unlike PL and, well, Terrorblade's kind of cooldown dependent, but it's better than CK. Like, he can, you know, he can at least do something without his ultimate. CK feels like he's only his ultimate, but if he gets online, he's fairly strong. I mean, don't get me wrong, but Fnatic was going to pick a classic EE hero and a classic illusion counter, the Ember Spirit. Now, word has been going around that this hero is garbage, this trash can hero. But I actually don't think so. I don't think he's that bad. I think he's getting overhyped for being bad. Oh, Fire Dragoon not letting the IO through. They saw what happened to Boom ID yesterday, and I don't want to take any chances with the DJ IO. The IO Ember combination, pretty strong as well with the relocate, sustain for the mana, you know, dive potential with the heals. Now, it's going to be a DP ban for Fnatic, and they're going to close off their draft with a DJ Earth Spirit. A pretty aggressive strat coming out from them. They got Omni Knight to help out the Ember. And that's what I was saying before, where they start out with the Razor Omni Rubik, which doesn't actually show anything about the draft, and now you see the Spirits come out, and you see Fnatic just, they have a Spirit draft. They have the supporting lineup of Omni, Razor, Rubik, the support, the main core of their lineup, these 2 Spirits. They got the Ember Spirit, they got the Earth Spirit. Unfortunately, they couldn't manage to fit the Storm Spirit in as well. I mean, theoretically, Razor can be a honorary Storm Spirit. You know, he got the Lightning. He's blue. He's the honorary Storm Spirit. But what Fnatic are looking to do is put Envy on this Ember. I'm assuming he's going to play Ember. I don't think it's going to be Abed. We'll find out. No, actually, Abed will be on the Ember. So it's Ember, Abed, Ember mid. Envy on the Razor, taking the stable position. And they're just going to have Ember carry the game. Now, I don't really understand this Queen of Pain pick. Was OD banned out? I believe it was banned out. So I feel like OD would have been the better pick here. He's pretty good against all these heroes. Except for Omni Repel. That's been annoying for him. But, Queen of Pain pick. Is that... Does that hero... Wasn't they pick SF? I think SF would have made a better pick here. Well, alright. Queen has the option of laning against Razor, which is what they're doing. Hold on, what the heck is going on? Hold on a second. It's a Kang Queen. Is Kang going... Wait, Kang going off lane. So, the Queen of Pain pick is the pick to counter the Razor in lane. So, it's off lane Queen. What is Fire Dragoon doing here? Well, we'll do the player intros right now. They're definitely doing something interesting. So, it is an off lane Queen of Pain, as you see here. They're going to pause for us. So, on Fire Dragoon, we got an off lane Queen of Pain. Alacrity is going mid. I definitely thought this was a mid or off lane puck. I didn't even question it. I'm like, why did they pick Queen? Queen doesn't even have a good matchup against Ember. But they're going to pick Puck versus Ember, which isn't a good matchup for Puck either, which doesn't make sense at all. I feel like they're just going to get stomped. I mean, I'm calling it here. You know, bias aside, you know, I got this Envy picture here. You want to see my Envy picture? Is it this one? No, that's BSJ. Envy, Envy picture. But, overall, like, no, Fire Dragoon, I don't have anything against them. I just don't think they're a very strong team right now. I can't really pinpoint why. It just seems their drafts are not really on point for the most part. In this game, I agree their draft is really off. In addition, like, their playstyle's unstable. That's mostly the case with most, like, tier 3 C teams, I mean. But back to the player intros. It is offlane Queen of Pain, Kang, taking that up. Brian on the Elder Titan 4 position. Alacrity taking the mid puck. We got Yang on the Witch Doctor. And Ajit on the Phantom Lancer. On the side of Fnatic, we've got Universe on the Omni-Knight offlane. Abed on the mid Ember Spirit. DJ on the Earth Spirit. The 2 Spirits. Pilot Die on the Rubik. And Envy playing the Razor. Balls deep in chat as we're tuning in here to game 1 between Fnatic and Fire Dragoon. They're not tagged up right now for some reason. Now, is Gosu Gamers fixed? I want to know. Gosu Gamers is bugged right now. It is fixed. Shout out to them for fixing it in a timely manner. Now, thanks everyone for tuning in here. We're going to probably have a little bit of shorter stream today. If you guys are wondering what's happening with Team Flash, the team I'm the analyst for, or pretty much the coach at this point. I'm a coach for one player. I don't coach the whole team. It's too hard to coach the whole team. I coach their 4 position. But they're at a LAN today. Shout out to them. Now, representing Malaysia as well. Team Flash is from Malaysia, is Fire Dragoon. And they are representing Malaysia in the WESG. I don't know why I keep doing this. I just watched a StarCraft stream, I feel inspired to go like this, spam my APM. Envy, gonna run into Brian here. Brian, or Brian T, to be specific. This is a standard early game movement from most teams now. They just send like 3 or 4 heroes to the offlane, and then just secure 2 runes here. And then they have the carries. The carry doesn't get a rune. It feels bad, you know. The carry never gets a rune in this in this patch, but the mid gets 2. So that's the big thing there. And the carry is pretty much only sent to the safe lane to scout out the lanes, because if they go to the safe lane and there's no one here, it means that it might be in some weird safe lane shenanigans lane. I don't know what's going on there, like first blood or something like that. But it's just regular now as DJ is gonna roll in, attempting initiation there onto Ajit. Wouldn't have been able to kill him, but would have been nice for some extra harass, I guess. Oh, 2v2 mid and standard 7.07 or 7.08 now. Supports block in mid. Now we get 2v2. This is as standard as it can get, except for this Queen of Pain offlane. But I mean, it's smart, right? It's to deal with the Razor. I mean, how can Razor steal your damage if you can blink away? And if it's dual lane, I like the puck pick, or puck going mid a little bit more. We actually have Pilot at a TP top. He's gonna end up dewarding. Dewards in time, so the camp's gonna build a spawn actually, which is a very big deal. And Envy actually spotted out the ward being placed there, so that's a pretty big win there for Fnatic. Now, DJ messing around with Ajit. Did he deny a creep? He did not deny. He got one last hit, however. What the heck? How did Ember... He actually killed him. First blood, whoops. Going to Ajit, or Alacrity. I always confuse these two. Ajit and Alacrity. They're pretty different, right? But they both start with A, and they're both core players. So Abed feeding him first blood. I mean, speaking of starting with A, we got Abed, we got Ajit, we got Alacrity. We got... that's it, I guess. But how did... I mean, I guess Ember is pretty weak, and they're too ranged. And Witch Doctor hits pretty hard. Look at this boy. It's 58 damage. We got Brian popping the Astral Spirit here onto the creeps. He's gonna start punching hard. Pilot Die, you gotta be careful. Look at that. 1 briefcase hit, 2 briefcase hits. The lift comes online. He's gonna toss him back. Kangaroo got the side pull off. That's pretty big there. Uh-oh. Abed gonna die again, potentially. Oh, they're ticking through his flame guard. Can it keep him alive? 1 tick of Malacity, or Maledic. He'll survive for sure. He's gonna salve up. DJ making the rotation in with the Arcane Rune for now. He's just gonna play patient. Just maybe wait for them to attempt for another kill. They don't see him though, I believe. Oh wait, no, they saw him for sure. They have a ward right there. What am I saying? Maybe he's trying to bait. I mean, Yang knows DJ is here for sure. Bottom is gonna be a 1v1 now, and this happens a lot. I feel like good carry players that can just 1v1 really well, because that's pretty much what's happening in this meta. It's either 3 heroes in the safe lane or only the carry, or there's sometimes 2, but for the most part it's like 2 for like 5 minutes and then the support leaves, or sometimes the carry leaves if it's like a gyrocopter or something like that. In terms of CS, Universe is at the top right now. I mean, this is an easy peasy lane for him. I mean, this is happy times for Universe, just against a Phantom Lancer solo. No big deal. DJ taking some Maledict damage, but he's gonna make the 2v2 mid happen again, as Abed is having some trouble in the top lane. Envy's having, I mean, actually a pretty decent lane, considering the fact that he's getting dual lane for a bit there. And you can see Envy is like, he's probably one of the best safe lane, like, laning stages in C region right now. It's of course Eternal Envy Dota. He makes the smart movements, you know, he gets the farm he needs, but then he feeds. As speaking of feeding, Ajit gets a kill there onto DJ, snags up his rune as well. However, it's not going to change the fact that Universe is like pretty much free farming in the off lane. And if you keep in mind, remember Fnatic's bans. They ban heroes that would lane well against a Omni Knight 1v1. I mean, they knew that this is what's going to happen, and if they don't give Higher Dragoon the Ursa or the Monkey King, like, Universe is just going to free farm, and then it's going to take over the game. But it's at the cost of Abed, though. He's going to go down again in the mid lane. It's 2 deaths on Abed already. 3 kills for Fire Dragoon. I mean, you guys might be watching this. You're like, this is not good. Fnatic feed, lol. Abed, 10k for what? But, I'm going to say here is, this is all according to plan for Eternal Envy. I mean, maybe not Abed dying, but I feel like Abed getting sacrificed a little bit in lane is somewhat part of their plan. Like, they definitely made the conscious decision to leave him 1v1 or 1v2. Maybe they didn't expect him to lose so hard to a puck, but Ajit TPing to the shrine here as he's taking a ton of harassment from Universe. Universe again has an absolutely free lane. 12 denies on him. PL completely shut down. Now, the thing is, the reason why they don't care that Ember is not having the best lane is he wins late game. And the PL is getting crapped on. So, it's no really big deal. And Envy is having a pretty decent lane top as well. So, they're winning 2 out of 3 lanes. So what if Abed's having a less than ideal lane? Like, his CS isn't bad. It's actually quite even with the puck. And dying twice is only going to set him back a little bit, as long as he's keeping up on his CS. However, Kangaroo is having a pretty decent lane top himself, but he's actually not doing too well in terms of CS. Abed about to hit level 6, and once he gets that, it's going to be a lot harder to kill him. Jit still level 5. I mean, he's getting out level now by Universe because of all the denies. Alright, who's gonna last at the catapult? Oh, Universe gets it. The rolling comes from DJ. He's not been on point with his rolls. I don't think he's hit a single roll yet onto a hero, but you gotta remember, it's not just an ability you need to hit, it's also going to just be used for mobility. Highlight die. He's getting his experience. I feel like 4 positions and 5 positions getting a lot more experience in this patch because of the amount of time they're spent laning with their carry to protect them. DJ once again misses another roll, but he hits the stun there onto Ajit. Oh, the heal misses. Ajit backs away. Ajit going for the 2-1-2 build. Pretty standard now. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Abed, and he's evened it out. What the heck? Envy? How did he died so deep under his tower? What happened? Alright, that requires for a Hachi instant replay. I did not expect that one. I'm just scanning the lanes. He was full HP. A Maledict does too much damage. They dove him. Alright, that's the Hachi instant replay there. Oh, Pilot die. It's the that's a double instant replay as Pilot Eye dies. We didn't miss a kill. We didn't miss a kill that time. I actually haven't slept since yesterday, or I slept, but like I couldn't sleep. My sleep schedule was so messed up, so I'm like kind of out of it. If you can't tell, a little bit out of it, but I get into the casting swing again, and we'll be fine. Anyway, Pilot Eye dies there. Pilot Eye dying, die. Envy dies there, and Fire Dragoon with a 5-0 lead. But we all know that Eternal Envy Dota is the best Dota when he's actually behind. Except when he's playing Lifestealer. In that case, he'll just lose to Boom ID. Feels bad. If you guys didn't catch that yesterday, they lost to Boom ID, and Envy fed as well. And they're looking like they're set up to lose here against Fire Dragoon. However, they haven't answered a PL this time. No. In the series against Boom ID, they didn't have answer to PL. However, they're looking to come back onto the board here with the initiation onto Yang. They're going to score their first kill of the game onto the Witch Doctor. Universe is again absolutely free farming. Look at his CS, but Alacrity is also doing incredibly well in the mid lane. However, Abed not far behind, considering his 2 deaths. I mean, he's farming quite well. So now Envy is the sacrifice hero, but even then, his CS is looking fine. So it's not like Fnatic, with all these deaths, they're going to lose another kill here, but they don't care, right? Who cares deaths? They got what they need out of the lanes. Like, these deaths are kind of annoying. They're a mild nuisance, but if you look at the CS, that's what actually matters. And, Kang's CS isn't that great, honestly. It's not as good as Universe's. That's why you look at the net worth, and Universe is going to be way ahead. Jit gonna be farming some neutrals. DJ showing up. Oh, he actually last hits it. DJ with the plays, and he's level 5, by the way. We got Eternal Envy rotation. Where is he headed? Oh, what the heck? DJ? Uh-oh. Ajit? Oh no, the silence comes out. He has the doppelganger. They're already committed to stun. He will be able to TP out. Meanwhile, what the heck happened to your boy Witch Doctor? It's solo killed by Abed, or solo killed by Abed. Okay. Universe pushing the bottom lane. He already has drums. That's a 10-minute drums. 10-minute phase drums on Universe. They're gonna look to trade towers here with the 10-minute catapults. What happened to the catapult? Oh, there it is. Hasn't reached the tower yet. Abed gonna be positioned to defend the top tower. He's very difficult to kill at this point with a haste rune and level 9. Has remnants as well. Yang setting up, however, he's maybe looking to set up on Abed, get the kill. They're gonna channel the stomp. They forget to follow up stun, but I don't see them killing him. Yeah, he's gone. The bottom tower will fall first for Fnatic. And alright, hold on. I had to open up my chat. Sorry about that. Anyway, Pilot Eye level 6 now. Who else is Witch Doctor level 6? Not quite. So we're slightly ahead there. They're gonna send Universe to defend the top tower. He is very hard to kill. Even Abed was hard to kill. The Universe, I don't think they're killing him. He has phase drum repel. Meanwhile, Envy shoving all the way down in the bottom lane, doing some damage to this tier 2 tower. Now look at that. Kang, no match for the Omni Knight. Just gets heal bombed, and we'll get forced back. Envy building to a drums himself. They got the double drums. It's fine. It's a very good item. If you don't buy drums, you should, because it's actually, it's not OP, but it's solid. It's a good pickup. Can't go wrong. Abed with the haste rune popped. Didn't manage to get anything done with it, unfortunately, as the heroes from Fire Dragoon are relatively slippery, with the Queen of Pain and the Puck. He does have the lockdown in the form of the Searing Chains, but it's still not quite enough damage. But we'll see now, as he has the haste rune, looking to actually capitalize on it. Gets the Searing Chains there onto Kangaroo, and they can follow up with the lift, and they will get the lift off. That's a big kill there onto Kang. Unfortunately, the creep wave isn't at the tower, so they aren't able to pressure at all with it. Now, Ajit looking to just come back in terms of farm. He's not doing too hot. Only 3K net worth on him. Your boy PL is not having a good time. Gotta say that. However, Abed is way ahead now at this point by 1,000 gold, and that's not a good sign because, you know, Ember is the PL counter. Will he go Battlefield this game? We'll find out. Ajit, again, didn't have a very good time against Omni. However, maybe he's looking to try to come back here as they're in attempt for a kill here onto DJ. He actually commits the Magnetized Universe running in. He's going in. It's a fast Omni Knight. He wants to kill here. Brian, you're in trouble. You have a TP, though. He should be fine. Gonna just channel the stomp. Uh-oh. Brian, you should have TP'd immediately, maybe. Or maybe not. Maybe Sleeping Envy was the play. I think Envy might have killed him if he just tried to straight TP. There's going to be a smoke gank coming in from Abed and PLD, Pylai Die, Universe at the top of the net worth charts. And where are they going? Where are they headed? They're looking for the Queen of Pain. They can kill her. I mean, they already killed her once. They just need to combo their spells. If they don't stack their stuns, I think they can kill her. Unless she blinks away before they can lock her down, and she will. Yang in the mid lane. Level 6. Uh-oh. DJ. DJ, man. Feels bad. That's his second death there in a row. 8-3. 8-3, but as you see, Fnatic, they don't care. Look at net worth. They're actually ahead. Look at that. Ahead about 2K, a little bit less than 2K. That's just because of efficiency. And again, I said, kills don't matter, man. You can be down 10-0, but if you're CSing better than the enemy team, who cares kills? And the hero that doesn't have good farm is the PL. His farm is pretty bad. He does have 2 kills though, but the 2 kills do not make up for his lack of farm. Lack of last hits. Compare that to Envy, where he's at 93, you know? And he's also got a lot more chance to hit lane creeps because of how dominant his hero is, you know? Even against the pretty dangerous Queen of Pain Elder Titan matchup. That's not going to actually kill him, but definitely annoyed him a little bit here and there. But he's still pretty much free from the safe lane. Universe free from the off lane, and that's why you see the difference between the top teams and the top players is that they get farm in lanes that top tier players wouldn't, you know. So you watch Matama Man in a lane and he might be 1v1, and you know, put a tier 2 carry or tier 3 carry and they get a lot less out of lane than Matama Man does, and that's just because he has a very good understanding of lane matchups, and overall, like, in terms of the drafting, they also realize, alright, what heroes can go against what lane. And with minimal support, they can get the maximum farm. It's really important to be able to get your lane farm in this patch, because creeps give so much more gold than jungle creeps now. So it's actually pretty bad that you have to go jungle or just, like, you know, stay off the map. We'll see like Fnatic do that from time to time, but you know, certain heroes can just jungle really fast. Like on a Razor, you don't want to jungle. It just feels bad. On a Terror Blade, you probably can jungle. Or on Anti-Mage, same thing, right? They're pretty fast. Oh, Alacrity comes in with a DD. He looks really blue right now. He's looking like Super Saiyan blue as they're going to get the Dream Coil here onto Abed. The silence comes out, stopping the Death Ward. Abed actually going to get healed up, repelled as well. Oh, the Sonic Wave comes out. Abed falls low. We'll have to run away. And they get the stun, the silence onto the puck, but he gets the phase shift off, dodges the Omni Knight heal. The sleep hits onto 3. Envy's dealing a ton of damage, and Fnatic actually just gonna man up. Kangaroo, what are you doing there? He blinks right into his demise. Envy forces DJ away, and they're looking for more. Abed's healed to full HP. He has the Yule. Smart build up on him. Actually, very interesting build up. Because you thought that he would go for, you know, Battle Fury, Boots of Travel, but no, he went for the Yules to deal with the silence coming out of the puck. And solely the silence from the puck, pretty much. Very interesting. I mean, for sure you guys expected a Battle Fury, right? But speaking of Battle Fury, it's not Abed who's buying the Battle Fury, it's Odd Shit. I mean, they both start with Ah, but we got one Jit and we got one Bed. Now, Jit sounds like some type of curse word, but it's actually, I think, Floridian slang. If you guys aren't familiar with Floridian slang, I forgot what it means. You got they got a Jit and we got a Abed. Of course, Abed is just a bed, you know. I don't know where I'm going with that one, but Brian gonna build into a 4-staff now. How does Elder Titan fare in this game? I feel like it's a pretty decent Elder Titan game. There's a lot of heroes I kind of just want to commit, and if you can get the stomp off, you know, onto either like Abed or even an Omni Knight, if he gets a stomp on Universe, that would be huge. And can follow it up as well. But Fnatic just playing their game, and they're getting the farm on the map, and they're slightly behind in kills, but right now they're about 5k net worth ahead. And they're in a pretty good position. The problem for them is tower pushing, I feel. Kang comes out with the silence, and that's why you get Yules. Abed just gonna Yules himself in the air, and he's probably forced into buying Yules because of the silence coming out, and both of the heroes on the side of Dragoon. Like, you definitely want a Battle Fear, right? But he feels like if he just goes Battle Fear, it's too greedy, and he's gonna die if Universe is not next to him to repel. Now, speaking of Universe, he also has a Yule, so he's, you know, showing the value of being able to remove these silences. PLED actually quite farm. This is more farm than I've ever seen Pile Die. I mean, I don't know if you can say that as a fact, but it's pretty farmed. He has his Blink Dagger in about 700 gold or less. It's going to be a smoke gank here. Universe literally with no fear, just sitting behind the tower. He doesn't give a single care in the world as they get the silence onto the puck, but they can't lock him down in time. He manages to jaunt away. What the heck? What? Yo, juked? Juke. He TP cancelled and the stun comes out. The Pele kick from DJ secures the kill. They almost take out the Witch Doctor as well, but he will survive. And now they come in with the Magnetize, but Queen of Pain blinks out as well. Max range blink, however, she's still ticking down here, and she will go down. Abed dodges the casket stun with the Yules. Envy, where are you going? Envy, alright. You don't want to go too deep here. That's diving a tier 3 while there's still a tier 2. Diving a tier 4 while there's still a tier 2 and a tier 3 alive. I don't know if they quite want to do that. Phantom Lancer, this is game 1, guys. Gonna be pushing top. Now, alright. How many people bet on Fnatic? What if you what if you lose your Arcanas? Because they lost to Boom ID yesterday. A lot of Arcanas were lost. People are pissed at Envy, gotta say that for sure. But what is this build coming up from Abed? I mean, this is far from Battlefield. He's going for the Radiance. Not a bad build against Illusion Heroes either. The mischance is pretty annoying, as MKB, you know, doesn't actually work on illusions. And he doesn't even buy MKB anytime soon either. So once he gets the Radiance up, not only is it going to be some nice burn damage, increase his farm, but also pretty decent against PL. Because like with the Battlefield, you just kind of kill his illusions. With Radiance, you just stop his illusions from dealing damage, and you can also accelerate your farm similarly enough. But we'll see. We'll see how it works out. Synergizes with his talent, I guess. Plus 10 spell amp at level 20. Remember when he had that at level 10, guys? As Queen of Pain. Gonna blink forward aggressively. Gets caught with a silence, a stun, and whoops. Kang just dies. It is an off-lane Queen of Pain. But that's still not really a necessary death, as they're gonna actually catch out Yang here as well. The coconut bounces back and forth, and Fnatic is asserting their dominance on the map right now. They realize how far ahead they are, and they're just confident and constantly shoving down these lanes, putting pressure and getting kills when they can. Now at this point, I actually don't see Fire Dragoon's game plan. This is what I was talking about. And their draft just doesn't make sense. I mean, they played the early game well, don't get me wrong. I mean, the early game was solid, but what is their plan, actually? As Alacrity going to get caught out, that's actually a huge pickoff for Fnatic. The puck's going to go down, and there's just constant pressure in all waves. I feel like Alacrity's game plan, of course, is the Phantom Lancer. If they can get him to the late game, maybe they can win this game. But there's going to be initiation onto Brian T in the top or mid lane, and he's gonna go down. But right now, like Fnatic, with the fact that they won all 3 lanes in terms of CS, you know, they fed some kills here and there, and that's all relative, but they got so much out of the laning stage, and now they're just splitting the map in a way that is not very fun for Dragoon to play. You see, like, their map is pretty closed out. Look at Fnatic's vision, like, it's pretty good. You look at their vision, it's pretty sad. You see a bunch of heroes everywhere. They can't really do anything about it, as they don't have a true initiator other than the Puck. Puck is their main initiator. Bright is kind of a follow-up. That's the downside of picking a Queen of Pain in the offlane, but you look at Kangaroo, like, his farm isn't bad. He's actually more farm than Puck, and Puck is probably just going to take over, like, the offlane kind of role, where he's going to be looking to start the fights. As we get the silence here onto the Queen of Pain, but she manages to blink out as the silence ends. Puck looking to de-ward, doesn't manage to snag the sentry in time, so they're going to lose a ward there. Observing and casting in the same time, unfollowed. What does that mean? Missed the pun. I would like to buy a Mercedes. Now, what is this chat, guys? What is this cancer chat? And actually, there's not many people in chat right now. As I mean, this is one of those resident sleeper games that ramp up real fast in like about 5 minutes. Fnatic not going for Roshan anytime soon because they have an awful Rosh lineup. If you look at Envy, he's playing no fun Dota. He's buying a heart on the Razor, just looking to survive. He's not going. It's not an Aghanims, you know. It's not a BKB. He's literally buying a heart. Now, why is he buying a heart? As long as he doesn't die, he's gonna be a big problem in these team fights. So that's what he's looking to do. He's looking to be unkillable. Because he doesn't need damage. Abed got the damage. Abed built for the damage. He just needs to be there. You know, he needs to be there. He needs to exist in the team fight to be a problem for Fire Dragoon. Speaking of Fire Dragoon, there's just actually just let Universe run in right through, and they're so afraid. Uh oh, Universe has the Yules, cancels the TP onto Yang. What is that? It's like fifth death. You know, on the backhand there's Eternal Envy. They get the catch simultaneously onto Alacrity, and it's going to be 2 kills for Fnatic, and they're looking to push in bottom most likely. 1v1, who's going to win this? PL versus the Ember Spirit. They're going in. Oh, meanwhile over here, there's a fight breaking out. As there's a silence, the Sonic Wave. Looks like Abed won that fight. 3 dead all of a sudden for Fire Dragoon. Again, I don't have anything against Fire Dragoon. I think they're probably the weakest team, actually, in this qualifier. Oh, DJ actually missed his ultimate. Uh-oh. Universe heals himself in the air. DJ taking a ton of damage from the Death Ward. He's going to go down. Universe repelling, trying to mitigate some damage, and he will TP back home. Universe gets home to safety. Envy just running around everywhere on any side of the map. He doesn't care. He has a heart. If they chase him for too long, they'll just die. Now, what is his build? And this is a classic Envy build. This is a Envy Heart into Hex build. The Heart Hex build. Yo, buddy, remember me? Yes, I do remember you. The name sounds familiar. I don't remember exactly from where. But, it's familiar name. Alacrity. I mean, Puck, alright. Puck mid feels really bad. No, I don't think Puck is a bad hero at all in this patch, but you don't Puck mid. The last time we saw Puck mid, if you guys were watching yesterday, it was FDZ, I think that's his name, right? The mid player for Boom ID, he just got dumpstered by Abed. Absolutely put in the trash can in the laning stage. And, I mean, Alacrity actually did well in his lane, and he still feels useless, so I feel like Puck should just be an offlaner. Well, I guess in theory he's an offlaner if he can switch Kangaroo into the 2 position in terms of farm. But Fire Dragoon finally will make a play of the map. I feel like you just haven't been making a play all game. It's just been Fnatic dictating things. Now, they literally initiate on the worst hero possible, but they still kill him. They have the damage output. They're going to lose Yang again, and then they might just lose more as the Yules brings up the Elder Titan and the lift to cancel the TP. It's going to be a 2-for-1 trade. Of course, Envy has to feed for that. It's going to be 2 supports for Envy. Still worth it, I guess, at the end of the day. Yeah, it's definitely worth it at the end of the day for Dragoon. Now, what the heck? Oh no. They're going to have another PL versus Ember battle. Who's going to do this? Ajit, he doppelgangers to the low ground. Abed's just scattering him out. Triple remnant forward. Gets the root as well. He's silenced, but he doesn't care. He has the Yules, but the silence comes out actually onto... Uh-oh, Kangaroo gets stunned up as well. Abed with a double kill, godlike. I mean, who cares who went 0-2 in lane? Now he's godlike. From 0-2 to 9-2. Abed dominantly taking over the game, and this game just feels over. Like, usually games don't feel over and see, you know, teams defend and they come back with, like, smokes or something like that. But Dragoon is doing absolutely nothing to try to come back in this game. They're just giving more and more away to Fnatic. And, oh, one more bad engagement. Roshan, Fnatic go. And they just literally just brute force the high ground with the advantage they have right now. I mean, they're incredibly far ahead. The Hex coming out for Universe. Abed, even though he didn't go for the Battle Free build, he's farming up incredibly well. Level 23 with the Radiance, going for Shivas. I mean, I don't know, guys. How many people bet their rares on Dragoon? Because that's an awful bet. Like, Boom ID, you can see them beat Fnatic. They actually did beat Fnatic. Dragoon, I just don't see it. Well, that's Hex. Hex Omni Knight. Alright, what does Dragoon actually do? I mean, looking at the net worth, they have a farmed PL, kind of. Not really. PL doesn't have good matchups in the game. Do they have the late game? Potentially, if they somehow win like 3 team fights in a row. But Fnatic gonna get right to work on Roshan. I think you're good at casting, so keep it up. Yeah, I remember you do. DJ missed 80% of his spells this game. I mean, does it really matter? I feel like DJ could have missed 100% of his spells. And then probably still would have won this game the way it's going. Oh, maybe, alright, not 100%. That's a little bit too much. As he hits his stuns there onto Kangaroo. The silence out as well. He was a little bit early though. There wasn't much follow-up from his team, but it doesn't matter. They somehow still follow up, get the catch onto Kangaroo with the lift. Envy running in with the heart. He doesn't care. He's tanking the tier 3. The perfect build for Envy. How do you overextend if you have a heart on Razor and he's going ham? However, Alacrity, no, he dies in the back. DJ with the magnetized tick. He buys back immediately. DJ looks like he's going to feed here. I mean, he's like half of Fnatic's death right now. No, he survives for now. He's going to get earned right back up. Yang gonna fall to Envy. Again, how do you overextend if you have a heart? And they're going to head right in and close out the game here. 2 catapults. Perfectly timed with the 2 catapults. The Aegis. And they're going to push straight in with the 30k advantage. I'm going to call it GG. Alright, Ajit 1v1ing Abed. Got the Ajit Abed fight happening, but I don't think anything is going to come of that. And it looks like Fnatic will just close out this game. Yeah, they're just going to call it GG. That's the end of that. Now, that was a quite anticlimactic game. I mean, I could immediately tell from how the laning stage was going that it didn't matter that Dragoon got kills. Now, what did we learn from this game, guys? We learned that kills in the early game don't matter. You can get all the kills in the world. It doesn't matter. Unless you have a very strategic outlook to what you're going to do with the, the farm you get, and transition that into having a good laning stage, transitioning that into good ganks, tower pushes, it doesn't matter. Now, what was Fnatic's game plan? It was literally just get a free farm on all 3 of their lanes. Check. Second, get some smoke ganks, key pickoffs, rotation onto towers. Like, if you notice, Dragoon rotated top to take the top tower, but Fnatic were there first bottom with Universe like already at the tower, so they actually were able to take the tower bottom and then go top and then defend their top tower. So they took a free tower, they defended their top tower, and then with a couple of well-timed smoke ganks with DJ and Abed and PLD, they used the perfect number of heroes so that it wasn't obvious. They just kicked off picked off key cores, most notably Kang. I mean, Kang sitting on 7 deaths, Alacrity on 5 deaths. Like, they had the lockdown for these heroes, right? They had the Searing Chains blocking the blink, even blocking phase shift, and then they had the follow-up lift or silence coming out from DJ, stun as well. You know, Universe, his job was just to push out the lanes. Envy's job was just to push out the lanes. Like, Abed was the killer, you know, DJ was the killer, and from that point onward, it was a pretty simple game. I mean, Envy just bought a straight heart and they just started diving. And Dragoon, probably again the weakest team. And on paper, look at the ranks of their players. You know, we got very high ranked players. All right, he's not that high. Alacrity ranked 11. He used to be top 10. We got Ajit, who used to be top 10 as well, top 1 at one point, but I'm not feeling them. Anyway, we're going to take a short break here. I'm going to turn my music back on. I don't want to destroy my voice, so we're just going to chill a little bit here and wait for the next series. Boys, enjoy my Eternal Enemy picture. And the text. This is what it's gonna actually be, guys. But alright. Give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they come back. Maybe they come back, guys. That wasn't pretty. Task Us Titans is beating Geek Fam. By the way, all right, where's the music? I don't care copyright this stream. This is a chill stream. Alright, I only had the music up because I wanted to finish eating. Alright, we're back. We live. This is Task Us Titans. E game coming up next. I don't know when that is. Starting shortly. Hold on, I'll keep the text up. But Task Us Titans is owning. They're beating Geek Fam, guys. Freaking Raging Potato Dota. Let's move this. Do that. Is that good? Whatever. Raging Potato Dota does it again. Look at that. I mean, Geek Fam, they replaced Play Hard, but they're not looking too hot after they replaced Play Hard. They're not looking well. That's good for my team, because you know what? We're playing them this weekend. If you're in Malaysia, check it out. There's the LAN finals for MESL. We're going to have top teams such as Team Flash, Fire Dragoon, 818, Geek Fam, High Ground, New Beginning. Are they even in that anymore? Hold on. I might have disbanded. If you say that in Bulldog chat, it's a ban. Balls deep. You are in Malaysia. No, I'm not in Malaysia. It's just my team. I'm still in America. Not in Malaysia yet. I will be in Malaysia. Probably. I can't say that for sure, but I most likely will be in Malaysia by April or something like that. And I will be a real sea boy now. I'm just an American boy. But, yeah. Apparently, New Beginning, they're just gone. They're disbanded. They're dead. Rest in peace, New Beginning. Feels bad. Where'd they go? Yamate. What happened? Anyway, the game's starting. I'm gonna load into it right now. There we go. No big deal. My team is a tier 3. Maybe not even tier 3 yet, because we don't even make it to regional qualifiers on a consistent basis. Feels bad. But they would have made it to this qualifier, but you know what? They lost to Task Us Titans. In one game. One game away. We had a Legion Commander with 500 dual damage and 2 Divine Rapiers. We could not end the game. Feels bad. Legion Commander, 500 dual damage. Over 500 dual damage. 2 Divine Rapiers. Still could not end game. Played against Mega Creeps for 70 minutes. Or... I mean, the whole reason is I'm the analyst, so they want me to improve the team so they actually don't lose. That's the whole point. As we're gonna watch the Lich loading screen here. We're loading in the game right now. Is Geek Fam gonna come back in this series? I don't know. I'm not casting it. I'd probably. I can see it go either way, but I say Task Us Titans is overall the better looking team right now. Because Geek Fam, I don't know what they've been doing. We haven't scrimmed them a lot. I don't know what they've been up to, but they replaced Play Hard recently, and they're just not looking too hot in this patch. And maybe it's a little bit too fast for them. I don't know. Because they play very slow. So if they can somehow figure out a way to slow down the game, you know, pick their Medusa and just like go late game, or like just play a very safe, like, you know, run down your lanes, like tower pushing strategy, like get their farm and all that, but like like chaotic, like ganking and like crazy rotations in the early game. That's not their strong suit. And that's what's hot right now in C. Now, is it the best strategy? I actually think it's not. That's not suited for the patch right now, but it's what's popular because all of these, you know, Pinoy teams, and they come in and they just do some crazy ganking. You know, constant smoke ganks, aggressive wards, like wards in the jungle, wards like all over the place. Like, you can't farm. You never can farm. And Geek Fam really likes to farm, so. What are we loading in here? Yeah, I would get paid by them to go. I'm not paying for myself to go. There's no way I go to Southeast Asia. I'd have to pay. You know, I make decent money from Pugna, but not that much, man. Alright, what is going on here? Fire Dragoon, I mean, you can tell. Look at their banner. Their banner is not set up properly. Like, when a team's banner isn't set up properly, you can tell they're gonna lose. Feels bad, but it's just the truth. Look at this bad looking banner. Anyway, this is game 2. Let's get rid of the text. No more text required here. Game 2, guys. Game 2. Fnatic versus Fire Dragoon. Got some weird bans coming out again from Fnatic. What is this? Timbersoft first phase ban. What is going on? What are they planning? Are they first picking Terrorblade? Or are they forcing the Terrorblade pick by banning Timber? Because there's no Timber to counter Terrorblade. I mean, well, there it is. I feel like they would have banned Terrorblade anyway, but I mean, Fnatic can do their thing. Now, we are hopping into Big God after this. Hopefully this doesn't last too long. I signed up to cast both, but unfortunately, Big God started early, and Fnatic started early as well. So this is all kinds of messed up with what's going on right now. But we're hopping into Big God. You can see the game here. The game, I don't even think it's started yet. It's Zhao 8. So it should be a more interesting series. I believe. I'm calling this. You know, I'm not a Dota genius or anything like that, but from my strategic knowledge of these two teams, I think Fnatic is going to stomp this game out again. Because Fire Dragoon, I mean, for the limited of times we've played them in Scrim, I'll just say the results weren't that in their favor. Not going to get any particular numbers, but they're going to ban out the same heroes first phase, except for the third ban there. They're taking out Universe's Omni Knight. They're like, no, you can't have that. Now, interesting, you know, Timbersoft first ban. That's the only hero that really stands out. Other than that, it's pretty standard first phase bans. Tiny, Night Stalker. First pick, Kato, however, for Fnatic. This is a Pilot Die hero. They've been playing it on Pilot Die. Now, where does it actually, you know, go? We'll see. They can go for the Keeper Phantom Lancer. They went Keeper Naga, I believe, in the last series. DJ on Naga, not a carry Naga. That's not back in the meta yet. Let's wait a little bit. Wait a little bit longer before you bring the Radiance Cancer back. You know, I don't think anyone is cheering on the Radiance Cancer. I mean, there's that one dude out there that's like, "Where's my Alchemist? Why can't I go Alchemist mid, buy Radiance and Cancer out the game?" But there's always that one guy. However, for the rest of us, no Alchemist, please. So, Fire Dragoon start off with a Coddle counter, in a sense, with the Nix. Now, for Fnatic, I mean, Coddle, what does he do in laning stage? He's a stable hero in terms of harass. Like ranged harass, because he's very fast. He's very hard to lock down if you don't have the proper disables or just catch. In addition, like, he's very strong against like kind of low HP pool heroes because he just kind of sits there and just blasts you down. He's also the master of stealing the core CS. I'm sure all of you had that experience where your collar sits there in the trees with a flashlight. It's like blast your creeps, steals all your CS, or just messes up all the CS. That's even worse, right? You'd rather him get the CS at least, but the worst part is when they just don't even time it and they just completely mess up all the last hits. Pilot, I don't think he's gonna mess that up. Oh, it's like a classic. This is a classic. Drawing back to Team Liquid to get a Keeper Beastmaster. So it's gonna be a Universe Beastmaster Keeper Light combination. Now the reason why these two heroes are so strong is they put so much lane pressure onto you. Like, they just shove the wave in. They have the whirling axes. Is that what they're called? Wild axes. The wild axes. They Auto Blast as well, and just shove the wave in. They constantly harass you. They got infinite mana. They just keep blasting you with these AoE spells, and they kind of just harass you into submission. Now, Fire Dragoon, they have the lockdown here on deck with the Shadow Shaman and the Nyx Assassin. I think this is going to be the support duo. Nyx Assassin still might be an offlaner, but I highly doubt it. DJ's Earth Spirit going to get banned up here once again, as Fnatic going to take out PL. So that shows they're not going to pick it up themselves, or if they were going to, they would have to pick it third. But if you notice, Fire Dragoon has the first third pick, so Fire Dragoon decides to just third pick a PL. It kind of thwarts their plans there, so they're going to take it out of the pool. Now, as to what Fnatic can pick up here, Keeper the Light, Beastmaster, already solid combination. I think Tinker could be a potential good pickup, but maybe not against a Nyx Assassin. We'll see. Tusk ban for Fire Dragoon. Another option is the Spectre. I think this is a potentially okay Spectre game for Envy. The reason to say that is they got good late game stalling, right, with Keeper the Light. So if you just need a late game carry, and I think in terms of true late game heroes other than Terrorblade, Spectre is like the other hero Envy's been playing. Of course, like, Spectre can contribute to ganks as well with the Haunt, Beastmaster Roar. Haunt comes in, pretty solid. Or, I don't know, who knows, they might go for something early game orientated for Envy again. Maybe a Razor safe lane. Some teams have even running the DK safe lane, and Fnatic recently, actually just very recently, played the Lone Druid, so might be a pushing stable hero, or they can decide to go late. Can't really tell exactly what their plan is, as we don't fully see Fire Dragoon's pool, so they probably don't quite know themselves, unless they have a complete idea of what's going to be their draft already, and they're just waiting out. We'll see how fast they decide to pick up their next heroes. As for Fire Dragoon, very team fight orientated strategy right now. They got multiple AoE stuns. They got a lot of disables. So their lockdown is set. You know, they got stun from Nyx, Sand King, team fight ultimate as well, the Epicenter, Shadow Shaman, wards. They got good pushing support. Shadow Shaman is like one of the most OP 5 positions, especially if you make it to the late game. You get him level 25. You give him a refresher shard or refresher orb. He drops those wards on your throne. It's GG. It's actually impossible to defend against it, unless you have a hero that can actually just melt the wards like immediately, like maybe like a sniper or illusion hero or something like that. They can just clear them out real fast. Because if your throne exposed or your racks are exposed, I mean, your racks are not being saved, or your throne is not being saved. It's pretty insane. He has to be level 25 though for the damage talent. It's plus 40 damage per ward, which is actually ridiculous. So, Invoker pick for Fire Dragoon. They're gonna go for late game. It's the plan here. Now, Fnatic did third pick the Rubik. That's their answer to the Sand King. Instead of trying to counter a Sand King, or counter roam Sand King, they're just gonna pick Rubik. Stable laning support, can set up a lot. Now with the Rubik pick, I suspect they might go for like something like Jug maybe. Oh, this would be TA. So tempo draft for Fnatic. Rubik isn't very good at like ganking by himself or like doing damage on his own, but pair him up with like strong cores in lane, and he's a very good ganker. Like Lift's a very good ganking or lockdown ability. Doesn't do any damage though, right? So we'll see. I actually really like the Coddle Keeper support duo as well. If they end up dual roaming at some point, like Lift is also a perfect setup so that Coddle can just channel his blast. So, what will Envy play actually? It's actually pretty confusing. I'm really thinking about this. I mean, if we really go for the safe alternatives, it's probably okay. Lycan gets banned. I was about to say, right? It's not Lycan. It's probably Gyro, Razor, something like that. But I think that Fnatic, they might do something out of the box. You know, they might pull out something a little bit weird. Now, Envy played some Wraith King carry, but I don't think Wraith King's the best pickup here against Nyx Assassin and Invoker, so that's kind of out of the picture. Now, for other carries he played, I already mentioned the Spectre. I don't know, what do you do against all this team fight? I feel like they just want to split push. Maybe they just go for Lone Druid. Oh, okay, Life Stealer. That's not split pushing, they're team fighting. Now, Life Stealer, I don't know about that. Last time I watched him play Lifestealer, I wasn't very impressed. He was feeding a lot, and he lost his lane to a Sand King. Now, to be fair, that was Saint de Lucas, the god on Boom ID. But, I mean, Kang is not a weak offlaner himself. So, we'll see how it goes. But, tempo draft for Fnatic, no late game heroes. All these heroes fall off pretty hard. And Dragoon, they have very good team fight, very good late game, as I said. Shadow Shaman, probably one of the best late game fight positions in the game to make use of the Refresher Shard and just his talent tree. Very, very cool looking Nyx Assassin set there. What the heck is that? But we'll see. Dragoon definitely have the late game. I mean, they have Invoker, they got Sven. They got the armor. It's actually, I really like this Sven pick. Like regardless of what else he does, right? Having that Warcry is huge against the TA and Lifestealer. Even Beast. They're all physical damage. However, they have to be careful a little bit of getting kited by the Coddle of the Light mana leak. Pretty annoying. They have some answers to call though. It's not like they have no catch. Like, even in the early game, like Coddle doesn't have free reign. Like they definitely have multiple ways to kind of shut him down, and you know, not allow him to just do his thing alongside Universe in the off lane. So it is gonna be a DJ Coddle though. So recently Pilot Eye played it, but they're going to swap it around, have the Pilot Eye play the Rubik instead. And this is something that Fnatic does a lot, where those kind of swap roles around with DJ and Pi. Pi usually ends up playing just hard 5, but like we've seen him like switch out of certain positions and play 4, you know, when DJ goes Chen, things like that. And they kind of share the load a little bit, just a little bit. But looks like Pi playing the hard 5 in this game. Or actually not, no. Some support items are bought by DJ, but let's see the play intros here. On the side of Fnatic, we got Pi on the Rubik, Abed on the Templar Assassin, DJ on the Coddle, Universe playing the Beastmaster. And of course, last but not least, we got Envy, Lifestealer. Gonna pop down a ward here. On the side of Dragoon, Alacrity is going to take the Invoker. On the off lane, it's going to be Kangaroo. We got a carry. Sven played by Ajit. Support Nyx Assassin from Bryant T and Yang on the Shadow Shaman. Now, laning stage for Fnatic. Let's see. I mean, TA definitely wins mid. There's no doubt about that, unless she gets ganked a million times or something like that. And they do have the very strong gank lineup, potentially. Lifestealer against Sand King. I'm going to make that a poor lane for Lifestealer, but it's gonna eventually even out at some point. DJ getting caught out with the stun here from Brian T. The follow-up stun from Ajit. Well, not necessarily follow-up, but they're still going to catch him. The long-range shackles, and DJ will feed first blood here. Alright, but do kills matter, guys? This is the same thing that happened last game, and it felt like it didn't matter. So we'll see how things play out. I mean, that's first blood regardless, and it's first blood on their core, which is big. It's a pretty decent advantage for him there. And Kato is already at it here with the Illuminate spam. Oh, what the heck? They get the shackles onto Pilot Eye. It's an aggro try. Pilot Eye is just going to man up. Another blast comes out from DJ. And look at the harass. Keep in mind, they got infinite mana to work with the Keep the Light Shotgun magic. Or not quite infinite, but you know, close to it. Now, for the rest of Fire Dragoon, I mean, this top lane is not going to be good for them. Mid lane, like, Invoker doesn't straight up lose. I've definitely seen Invokers go even. Skilled Invokers, but let's see how Abed matches up against Alacrity. And Alacrity is not a weak mid player himself. He's one of the top ranked players in C. Maybe not 10k, but it's pretty good regardless. Envy is going to be 1v1 against Kangaroo, and I'm just going to say that Envy will farm this lane. Envy is really good recently at getting farm in lanes that are kind of rough or usually like a lot rougher on other carry players, but Envy is kind of, he's doing his thing right now. Now, whether or not he feeds after that, that's up to question, but for the most part, he's getting farm out of the laning stage, which is quite impressive. It's not a guarantee that all carry players can do that. Now, Abed playing so aggressively here onto Alacrity. He's actually just dominating. I mean, this matchup is TA favored, but at a level 3, like, to be this far ahead, it's pretty ridiculous. Now, Abed might have just thrown his lead, but he's going to be fine. Now, top lane is going to be a gank here onto Universe. They want his blood, but he survives too fast for them. And he gets the salve off. The blast comes out onto Ajit. Now he's completely out of HP. He's going to salve up. He has a mango as well to provide him mana if he wants to get a stun off. Envy falling so low in the bottom lane. Oh, he's in trouble. He's ticking down. He does have rage. He does use it. Now Kangaroo, he's going to go real deep for this one. Gets one auto attack onto Envy, but he's not going to be able to finish him off. In the top lane, both sides posturing. Brian T. I mean, he can spike Carapace those, right? Why does he not do it? It only costs 40 mana. I feel like they might even kill Kato there. Now, Ajit dealing with the side pull, something that you can do on off lane, especially if you like cut these trees. It makes it a lot easier. You can just side pull into the big camp. Very annoying. And it's actually easier to side pull into that big camp if you're on the off lane than if you're on the safe lane. You know, Envy getting forced all the way back to base, but if you look at the CS numbers, Fnatic doing a pretty decent job, especially Abed. I mean, Abed gets a gold star for performance right now because he is doing pretty good. I gotta say, double the farm, double the assets. But once the Force Spirit and Alacrity spam comes out for the Invoker, you should be able to go even. It's only a matter of time. I mean, it's quite mana intensive just to secure CS, but what else is he using mana on other than Sunstrike? He's not gonna cast like anything else, so that's fine. Now, what is this pause? I don't know. Alright, we're unpausing. It didn't take too long. So, Envy showing up here. What is his build? What the heck does he have queued? Alright, Envy. Let's see if he goes for this. Now, the thing about Envy is he literally buys the weirdest items, but if you really think about it, you clearly know that he's done all the math. Well, I don't know if he's exactly done the math. He's done all the theory crafting, and he's like, what if I go Helm of the Dom and Lifestealer, and instead of Armlet, and I use it to push the tower? Because the problem with Lifestealer is Armlet, if he doesn't get absolute free farm, he doesn't get it at a certain timing, he can't push the towers, but that's something that he really wants to do. So, this is again some next level mental gymnastics from Eternal Envy. And he's actually going to jungle right now. He doesn't want to deal with Kang at all. It's going to leave Pilot Eye to safe lane it up. What the heck is that? I overshot that one. Ah, Jit. I mean, he's farming the safe lane, regardless. There's an aggro to try, but they're just pushing the wave in. They're allowing him to farm under tower. Abed, the haste rune. Going to just run around in circles here. The smoke gank is coming for him. He needs to be very careful. Uh-oh. Oh, Abed. Smoke gank. Does he see it coming? He does not. As he will get stunned up. The cold snap. The impale from Brian. Now they're keeping in the supporting cast of Fnatic. They can't take out Abed. They're actually going to lose Alacrity instead. And they're going to die for this one maybe. They got the slow. However, a 3-man impale from Brian T will defend the dive. Does that even make sense? Defend the stop the dive. Envy getting stunned out in the bottom lane. He is not committing for anything yet in terms of item pickups. Now, whether or not he actually buys his Helmet on, we'll see. So I feel like that's Beastmaster's job to buy that item, but Universe is like, what? I'm the carry. I'm buying Shadowblade. What are you talking about, Helm of the Dom? Abed looking very hot now. Still doubling up the Invoker's farm, which is actually quite incredible at this point in the game. Shout out, please. Isho Valequez. I can't even say that. I remember about Valequez. Is that? I feel like that's wrong. Valequez. Well, there's going to be a lift onto Alacrity in the mid lane. He's going to go down. The stun coming out from Brian. They want to follow up with the Shadow Shaman. The nukes will allow them to secure the kill. Alacrity actually getting the last hit there with his Force Spirit. Pretty next level there. Now Kang attempting some side pull shenanigans will actually just stun through the wave. I mean, he just doesn't want to lane against Lifestealer, so he's just doing his best to just shove the lane in, get as much farm as he can. In the mid lane, there's gonna be TA in trouble. Oh no, Abed is gonna turn it around, gets the kill onto Young instead, and what turned out to be a gank turned out to be a gank from Fnatic, or a counter. It's a very successful counter gank. Oh, you call that? So Abed didn't die there. That was a big debate. That's what you call that. As top lane, like Pilot Eye, Universe, they're doing their thing. They're not stopping the Sven from farming. They're definitely annoying him and keeping him locked down under the tower, which is not something that he really wants. You know, he feels kind of scared. Gotta say, scared. You know, maybe later on he has more farm. He's not spooked, but right now he's not that scary. Especially without his level 6. Now, as for Kang, looks like he's been farming the bottom lane pretty well against Envy, and Envy's farm isn't half bad either. Again, it's kind of a farm trade lane as they get the stun onto Universe with the Sunstrike. They secure the kill. I mean, that's Vanguard Sand King. I just caught that. Do you see this, guys? This is a Vanguard Sand King. Is it actually gonna allow him to survive here, as Envy is actually doing no damage to him? And he's gonna get the stun forward as well. Now, Fire Dragoon, right? I did say they have the late game for sure, but how do they avoid just outright losing the game before it gets to the late game? Who's making the space? They have a Vanguard Kangaroo. Is he making the space? Maybe he is, as with the TP rotation onto Abed in the mid lane, they're gonna take him out here pretty big for... Oh my god, he just goes invis. Rubik gets the toss off. Abed still surviving, but no, the stun comes out from Kangaroo, and he will finally fall. There's some stacks for him as well. And hold on, excuse me, I get some drink of water. It's quite dry. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, stay hydrated, stay refreshed. I need to get more water, so hold on a moment here. We're gonna have to pause the cast. I don't want to dehydrate. I'm feeling a little bit dehydrated, and that's a no-go. So after this action, I'm gonna go grab a water bottle real quick, as Universe and DJ is gonna score a kill there onto Brian T. Now, real quick, getting some water so I do not dehydrate. BRB, 2 seconds. Alright, this stream is brought to you by water, the life source of all human beings, while in the mid lane, TA pushing in with Pili Die. 5-minute or 10-minute catapult. Look at this, look at these traps, man. They're so beautiful. Look at this. These pink traps set up a nice pattern in the mid lane. By the way, they do damage now, if you guys didn't know. It's pretty solid. The best thing that you can do with that is you can actually stack ancients if you're on point. And you can just put a trap on the ancients, excuse me, and just wait for the timing and just pop them and actually stack. Oh, I get the stun there onto DJ. And easy Sunstrike setup for Alacrity. Looks like Envy is not going for his crazy build. Speaking of crazy builds, like Kangaroo has a pretty crazy build. Not crazy, I mean, it's not complete out of the question, right, to go Vanguard on Sand King. But he has a Vanguard on Sand King. But it's against a TA Lifesteal, right? So it makes sense. Like, it's not even a bad build. Like, it's just unique. Now, like, many people, like, they look at these builds and like, why does this guy have this item? You guys just look, what are the enemy heroes? Like, what do they need to counter? Like just earlier today, I watched the game where Gyrocopter went a Manta style instead of BKB. And it was because they had Naga Siren with net, and like if he had bought BKB, he's still gonna get locked down. He buys Manta, he can remove the net. The Universe denies the rune there, but it's gonna get punished. Punished by the Sven. He's angry. He's red. He's red hot. He secures the kill there. But Alacrity actually got the last hits though with the Sunstrike. Holy crap. Oh, Abed with the DD in the mid. Oh my god. Bye-bye, Yang. You lived a good life, but unfortunately, the Assassin of Templar showed up. And your life was over just like that. Feels bad. Eternal Envy, again, he has his armlet. On a pretty decent timing. That's Eternal Envy Dota. We can open the net worth and see that. I mean, he's not doing amazingly well, but he's okay. Top lane, Sunstrike kill again. And this is really big for Alacrity. He did not have a good time mid. With all these Sunstrike kills, he has his Midas, and he's on track for a decent Agnim's timing. However, Abed is kind of taking this game and rolled away with it, as he is a very fast Desolator. Let's find out to him right now. Envy hasn't made any moves yet. He's just been farming the safe lane, doing his thingamajig. Quite quiet so far. 0-0 and 0. Now let's check out DJ's farm. It's pretty good. Like, having this 4 staff is really big against the Sven, Invoker. You know, like heroes like the Sand King Nyx makes it more difficult to, stun and lock someone down for a follow-up. They get forced away. Jit with a Mask of Madness. Jit running into Abed. And Eternal Envy, though, he's finally going to get involved. But the Sunstrike connects onto Abed. They come in with the Epicenter, but it's not enough to take anyone else out. So it's a 1-for-1 mid for carry trade so far. The 2 bugs coming in with the 2 stuns there. Got the impale, the burrow strike. Now, speaking of burrow strike, Kang's in trouble as he gets blinding lighted back into tower range. The stun strike gonna hit creeps as somehow, whoa, Kang actually managed to buy enough time to get his blink out, and it's gonna be a 2 for 2 trade. 2 for 2 trade. Sven died as well. Keep that in mind. Alright, not bad for Fnatic. Again, this is looking pretty similar to last game. However, Abed died there. And he didn't die in the last game at this point. He really just died in the early laning stage. At some point, he didn't die for the rest of the game. That was a pretty big death on him there. They caught him out with a bunch of abilities, locked him down, and then blasted him with the Sunstrike. Now, to prevent that from happening again, I'm gonna look to go into Roshan. Now, they're actually gonna shy away from it, a bit scared of what might happen. They just attempt for a blind Rosh and it doesn't work out, and they lose the fight. But Kang gonna go forward with his blink dagger onto Abed. Abed may be in trouble, gets us slow with the traps, gonna keep him alive for now. But Ajit Bryant running him down. Kang follows up with a second burrow strike, the follow-up impale, but now the TP rotation's coming in from Fnatic, gonna scare Fire Dragoon away. Nyx Assassin cannot live there. Look at the damage output there from Abed. And wait, what the heck happened to Invoker? Missed the gank. Whoops. Started watching Abed getting ganked. Invoker got taken out by Infest gank top and the roar, I'm assuming. Yep. Kang. Oh wait, hold on. I forgot. I didn't put my headset back on. It's like, well, I can't hear. I can't hear that. I guarantee that affects my ability to spot out ganks. There you go. Well, Fnatic gonna go for Roshan. And this should be theirs. It's already nearly dead. Oh, Sunstrike gonna try to steal the last hit. Not successful. Oh, Envy. What is he buying next? Does he buy another Desolator? Because the TA already has one. Look at Sand King. This is a big pickup for him. This freaking Crimson Guard. As Fnatic is so physical damage heavy. Invoker died top, but he's still on track for a decent Aghanor's timing, honestly. Straight up there. 7k net worth. Not doing too poorly. Now, the difference between a team that is gaining some map control advantage isn't really the difference in the core's farms. This is something that I thought about. So, basically, what happens in Dota is, like, as long as the cores know what they're doing, the supports are playing properly, protecting them. Like, of course, this never happens in pubs, as Abed's gonna get caught out here, but he's gonna go down. Oh, look at that damage! Oh, Yang actually dying there. Oh my god! But they get the follow-up stun. He's still trapped in the Serpent Wards. This is pretty bad for Abed. Actually goes invis. They don't have the detection for now, but they don't care. They actually just cleave through onto him. And it's gonna be that. But what I was talking about is if what was I talking about? I completely lost my train of thought there after that game. Alright. Screw that. But Abed going down again. He has 3 deaths now. That's not really good. That's actually pretty god-awful. Does he need to snowball on Fnatic? I mean, they're ahead in the... Oh, I was talking about the core. So, yeah. So, what I was saying was... in like a game where one team has a like map control advantage, you know, the cores are gonna farm the same, especially if they have like similar farm speeds. But the difference is the supports. Now, speaking of the supports, though, Brian just picks off DJ for like the 5th time this game. The Nyx Assassin counter the Coddle. But I mean, this is a bit of a weird scenario as DJ actually gets countered by Nyx. But normally, the difference is that the 4 position gets a lot more farm. You know, the 3 position gets a lot more farm because of the space on the map. Otherwise, like even in like a team where one side has like, you know, 5k 7k advantage, the cores are still going to be similar in net worths, because like there's just that's much space on the map, as long as their team is playing properly, for them to get the farm that they need and keep up in the farm, right? It's very hard to completely accelerate your farm unless you shut down the enemy's farm. If you will farm passively, eventually you have similar farms and GPMs. As we're going to see a smoke gank fail here from Fire Dragoon. They actually walk right into not even a trap. Fnatic were just there and prepared, and they do lose Beastmaster, so that gank wasn't a complete failure, but they lose both the supports, and it's no fun times here for Fire Dragoon. Now, this might have to be my last cast, guys. So I'm feeling the repercussions of only sleeping for 1 hour. And I literally feel like drunk right now, guys. This cannot be healthy. So I might have to take a quick nap. We got a nap, boys, after this game. So I also have some scrims to oversee a little bit later on. So 10-hour stream yesterday. No sleep Dota 2. No, I don't want to end up on the news. Local streamer dies from casting Dota for 24 hours straight. But at least I stayed hydrated, and I have the vitamin D. That's what's truly important here. As there's gonna be a gank on to Envy. He gets stunned up. They're gonna burst him down. The Sunstrike comes out as well. Oh no, Yang though will fall in the back line. Look at that physical damage burst. They get the roar onto Ajit, and they take him out. I mean, who cares? Envy, says Abed. I'm the carry. Envy can die, but Abed getting caught out with the epicenter, the meteor as well, and it's gonna make it a 2-for-2 trade. DJ pause. Is this the best time to pause? He's thinking right now, because he knows he's in trouble. He's like, how do I get out here alive and survive long enough so that I can buy my Aghanims? The answer is, I don't really know. Alright, the answer is they don't even chase him. Or never mind, they are. What is going on? Oh, I have all chat muted so we can't see. But, hold on, let me fix that. I was recording a video, and I didn't want to have it be interrupted by cancer all chat from my teammates. This might be a tactical pause. Look at it a little bit tactical. Try sorry. Alright, I don't know what this is. I mean, DJ really doesn't want to die here. Oh, and TA trap will stop Bryant and Kangaroo in their tracks. Universe surging forward with a haste rune. And that ends up being a 2-for-2 trade. 2 cores for 1 core and a support. Definitely in the favor of Fire Dragoon there. But Fnatic still with the map control advantage, still with the gold advantage as well. So they definitely need to clean up their act. That was Envy's first death, a lot better than in his last series, but I don't know. I feel like he's dying a lot right now. He's still keeping up, so maybe we can follow the same philosophy as kills don't matter like game number 1. But like game number 1, kills don't matter, but they're actually like ahead, like very far ahead and making good moves, you know? In this game, it feels a lot harder because they don't have any initiation, whereas Fire Dragoon has literally years of initiation. Yeah, freaking Sand King, Burrow Strike, Nyx freaking stun, tiny stun, even the Shadow Shaman can initiate or bait to some extent. It's going to be Envy going down again here, trying to farm in his own jungle. Rest in peace, Sama. Now, Universe going for the Shadow Blade Necro Medallion build. Okay. TA going for straight BKB. They realize they need BKB to deal with Invoker, Nyx, and Sand King. There's so much magic damage on the side of Fire Dragoon, but there's also decent amount of physical as well coming out from the Sven once he gets farm. He's getting pretty decent farm, level 17 on him, lying towards a BKB. And it's going to be a casual pick off here onto Brian T. Walked into a sentry, ate a roar to the face. Rest in peace, your man Brian. Now, keyboard problem. No, I don't know what that was. That was just a pause. I don't believe anyone on Fnatic is playing from a net cafe, unlike FDZ yesterday. That was pretty hilarious. Like, he was just pausing. They're like, sorry, he's playing from net cafe. And they still won that series, by the way. Impressive from Boom ID. And Fnatic not relieving the pressure at all. They have another Infest gank in the works here. A very interesting one, gotta say. It's gonna be a Centaur creep. I wonder why that Centaur walked out of the camp by himself and is running down a lane. There might or might not be a gank coming. And, I mean, no one was even down here anymore. They're long gone. And Fnatic, you know, they're still gaining the majority of the control over the map. Like, the fact that Abed can just be solo top and no one can comfortably try to lock him down and kill him in time. See, as a refraction, it's pretty troubling there for Fire Dragoon. But, I mean, they have the late game, for sure. They got Meme Hammer, Nyx Assassin. He can start cutting creep waves. They got Shadow Sean with almost a Blink Dagger. So, let's see how things play out. Alacrity bind for the Lincolns. Make sure he doesn't get roared. DJ take out a tower, and they're gonna push the Lifestealer forward and look to do some chip damage onto the tier 2 as well. But Fire Dragoon is mobilizing to fight. But Fnatic doing the same with the recall. It's gonna be an easy kill for Kangaroo. And they catch out Bryant as well. He might be Spike Carapace, but that's not gonna save his life. And I feel like actually, alright, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen in this game. Exactly what's gonna happen. So what's gonna happen is this Caudle gets an Aghanims and he's just gonna win the game. He already has an Aghanims and they're already gonna win the game. I forgot to click on him. He has a gem and a Blink Dagger. What am I missing right now? I literally feel drunk right now. This is apparently what happens if you don't get enough sleep. Now, why wasn't I tired until I started casting? That's the true question. As in Fest gank on to Ajit. Ajit taking too much damage. They need this boy, and he dies. They do have buyback, but they're gonna jump forward. They burn all Invoker's mana. Envy, is he gonna feed? Envy, the sacrificial position for Fnatic, gonna tank the buyback there, and the rest of the team escapes. He's stunned or trapped there onto the Sand King. Ajit blinks straight to the high ground. They're catching more heroes here as TA, Meteor Hammer, shackled up. What was that? That was gonna give me a freaking seizure. That was a flash of white on my screen. That is too much. What is going on? You should add some in-game sound in your casting. What do you mean in-game sound? There should be in-game sound. Is there no sound? Is it bugged again? What is this? Dude, I'm dying right now, man. I cannot cast this game. I am done with this afterwards. If you want quality cast, watch my cast from yesterday. But I'm doing my best here, as they're gonna go straight for Roshan, and I'm not even a hype caster anyway. I'm a freaking analyst, guys. As they're gonna go Roshan here, and this will be going to Fire Dragoon as the stun comes forward from Kangaroo. They melt Pilot Eye there. I mean, that was worth a try. Just steal something, but Ajit, level 20. He'd have to buy back, but he's holding on to the Aegis now, so he doesn't care. Bryant T with the Meme Hammer. This is a gem. The gem just dropped casually. What was that? DJ Aghanims daytime. 8 seconds left. That feels bad. No more daytime for him. Now Abed did have the BKB in that last fight there. He used it, but it wasn't enough for them to breach high ground. They're 5k ahead now, but with this Aegis on the Fire Dragoon, it's gonna stall the game out. Like, Fire Dragoon is not gonna do anything with this Aegis, I don't think. They just want to farm it out. Again, the Sven doesn't have buyback, so they don't want to go too crazy. However, it is nighttime though, so they might look to go for a smoke or something. Envy's died at quite a number of times now, currently infested into Universe. And I don't know what they're hoping to do. Fire Dragoon definitely not going to split up at this point. They're just going to stay together, play it safe. They know they have the late game. As long as they don't get picked off randomly, they're totally fine in this game. And their farm speed isn't that bad either. They got Midas, they got Sven. Coddle. I mean, he's not going to make use of his Agnums at this point as it is night. But Eternal Envy with the Sanj and Yasha build up. What is he going to go next? Probably AC. That would be pretty decent. This will be a 5-man rotation. Looks like Fire Dragoon are going to use this Aegis as an opportunity to take out some towers, as they are lacking on their towers on the map. They only have one tier 1. It's going to be their second. And they're just going to back off. They don't want to do anything too crazy again. They know they're not in the best position yet in the game, but they're working on their way towards it. As this Crimson Guard, I feel like, is such a big pickup for Kangaroo. Got Crimson Guard, Lotus Orb. Now, Lotus Orb for what, you ask? I mean, Lotus Orb can be very clutch in this game. It can reflect a roar. You know, a lot of things. Mana Leak, remove that as well. What is this? Smoke coming out from Fnatic. What are they doing right now? It feels like they're not too sure what to do, because they're like, we pushed high ground, we forced the buyback down, and now they lost Aegis. Like, they really wanted this Aegis, right? And they just can't have it. So they're in a bit of a weird position. They're just farming it out real quick. But uh-oh, Abed walking right into a Sven. Meteor Hammer getting dropped, but he has the Force Staff. Gets himself away for now, but he gets cleaved down by Ajit. Kang gonna do some dewarding. Meanwhile, Roar onto Alacrity. Gonna get, or wasn't a Roar actually. He couldn't actually get the Roar off. He popped the Lincolns with the Necro unit creep, but the Roar couldn't come out as he was completely burned of mana due to the EMP. Now Invoker heading right into the mid lane. Now I wish there was actually hype going on. I can keep up with that. But there's nothing going on. I'm dying, man. Alright, anyway, Envy pushing the top laner. We're gonna just start hyping nothing right now. Envy gonna push in the tower. He's doing a ton of damage here. Double catapult. Probably will actually take this tier 3. Well, would they just jump in? They catch DJ. DJ, why were you there? They're gonna take the Rax here. It's gonna be a Rax trade. But I don't think Envy can get a full melee. Well, melee is already dead mid. They dropped the Serpent Force for this. Who has the TPs? Sven's TP is not up. He has to take it out of his backpack. Envy's already long gone with his Rage TP. And he did take the Ranger Axe top, but they lost their mid. And this is a disastrous play from Fnatic, actually. They were just sloppy play from them all around. It wasn't even Fire Dragoon making, like, no strong moves or anything like that. It was just them overextending. Like if you notice, like, most of their deaths were on Fire Dragoon's side of the map. It's not like Fire Dragoon were, like, smoking and, like, looking for them. It was just, like, Fnatic walking too deep, and then, you know, Kang just coming out with, like, epicenter, them getting sunstrikes constantly. Just people, you know, just casually farming, and Nyx Assassin coming in with the stun. Like, I feel like if they're just more mindful, the Nyx Assassin didn't give Alacrity away back in the game with all these sunstrike kills. I mean, he's 10, 3, and 9. This game would have been entirely different, considering how the laning stage went for them. But Abed, I mean, there's still hope for him. He got a DD rune. There's a lot of deaths on Fnatic's cores right now. 3 deaths on Envy, 6 deaths on Abed. It's about half their deaths on the cores alone. It's surprising. It's not too common. Oh, it's daytime again, but there's gonna be a blink stun onto Envy. Uh-oh. Sunstrike comes out. He does manage to sneak away in time. He needs to toggle through. He gets out. And what the heck's the recall? What's that for? Abed goes right in onto Yang. He wants Ajit here as well. He still has a bunch of HP from the God Strength. Alacrity shows up. He just gets caught out by the Roar. What the heck? Alacrity? He's gonna die. Hello? And Crimson Guard comes out, but is not going to be enough for the seizure warning. And what just... the 3-2-2s are real, as 4 heroes are suddenly dead without buyback. Keep in mind, Sven doesn't have buyback either. He doesn't have Aegis anymore. He's in trouble. Fire Dragoon literally just walked into 3-2-2. That was a Agent 3-1-4-5-5-4 if I've ever seen one. They literally walked into their death. They walked into their death there. No, that was not a smoke. That was, they just blinked in onto Envy. Envy barely survived. The Sunstrike didn't come in on time, and just suddenly 4 heroes dead without a buyback, and they probably just got mega creeped here, or very close to mega creep. Oh, they can't actually mega creep. They're gonna hit the tier 4s. Lag. Lag. Alright. Ready to try. Back. Alright, that was the most questionable move I've ever seen in Dota. Alright, like, okay. Like, the kill onto Envy not working out, that's okay. But, like, why was Invoker just, like, casually, like, he just, that was the slowest reaction time I've ever seen. He's, like, casually walking in there. His Lincoln gets popped, and he just doesn't respond. And he just dies. Well, they're going to force out the buyback on the Sven. Unfortunately, they couldn't take the mid-tier 3 because there was still a tower there. I still don't think they would have been able to, but they're going to back themselves off now. This is their power spike at daytime. They're going to blink on Coddle, which is a major part how they were to catch up with these kills. You just have to blink forward and freaking get the mana leak onto people. And they're smoking fake backing to look to find a pick off, because if they pick someone off right now, they can just straight up end the game. Specifically someone who used their buybacks, but they, I mean, the other heroes don't have buybacks either. How close is Invoker to his? 800 gold? They're still smoked up. What if they just catch Invoker again? Alacrity. Alacrity. This is scary, but they come in with the Hex onto Universe. He gets forced out. Envy pops out. They will get the kill there onto Yang. And mana leak used onto Kangru. He can't initiate. Ajay wants to jump in. He gets to jump onto Envy. There's the Sunstrike and the Meteor on time this time. But can he get the Infest off? No, it gets locked down too much. And it's going to be a 1-for-1 trade. DJ manages to escape. He's just defending the mid lane. And even though Fire Dragoon, that was looking pretty game losing. But they're in it for now still. Alacrity didn't have to use buyback. He has his buyback. He didn't even have buyback. Now the Sven had to use buyback, and was it Nyx? Yeah. So 2 buybacks used there for Fire Dragoon. They hold. They get some kills there as well. But realistically and honestly, Fnatic, they're still under pressure for sure. Because you gotta realize, Fire Dragoon's draft, if they truly get to a late game, you know, where they're 6-slotted on the Invoker, and he's Beast Mode Invoker, he's going to be incredibly hard to deal with. I'm sure they have okay lockdown for him. They have the Lifestealer with a built-in BKB, but, you know, don't count out a 6-slotted Invoker with late game, level 25, all of that. By the way, what do you guys think is the better Invoker level 25 talent? The cooldown or the Deafening Blast? Most people are still going for the cooldown. His level 20 talent is pretty cool as well. He gets the what is it? Cataclysm, right? What is it called? Cataclysm? Yeah. Cataclysm. Now, another DD unit for Abed. I feel like he's been getting DD runes all game. He's gonna go for Nullifier. Very strong against these BKB carriers on the side of Fire Dragoon. Can even be used to just pop the Lincolns if need be, but again, he has the Orchid already for that, but of course he has to use one to pop, or he can use Hurricane Pike to pop Lincolns, I guess. It's pretty good. As Fnatic gonna push into mid, it's gonna be 3 minutes until their next daytime, so they're gonna play passive for now. Well, speaking of passive though, they're just pushing. But the best defense, or the best offense is great offense. As this will force Fire Dragoon back into their base, as they're taking unhealable tier 3 damage. They do take a tier 1 top in return, but it's not necessarily worth it, as it's still a tier 1, and it's literally the most important tier, or the least important tier 1 in the game. Ah, shit. Is he in trouble? He is Blink BKB. This might be a bait. The TA trap comes out and pops onto Brian. And double lift. That looks funny as Kangaroo comes in with the stun onto Rubik. They follow up immediately with the Sand King stun. And Jit is mad. Nyx Assassin falls in the back there. Looks like we got some weird 1v1 with Invoker and Lifestealer. And what is going on here is Infest inside the creeps. The recall out. Alright. Can Kato recall? I believe I checked it and he can. He works with relocate as well. He actually can recall Lifestealer outside of the creep, I think. And like not the creep itself. Like actually the Lifestealer inside. It's a pretty weird interaction. I forgot how exactly how it works. Well, game's slowing down a little bit once again after these pickoffs. The Invoker getting to that 6-slot status. He's still holding on to Midas for now, but is Fnatic just going to sneak Rosh here? This would be pretty devastating for Dragoon, as they already don't have buyback on a couple of their heroes. Now fighting against Fnatic with multiple lives is going to be incredibly difficult. And Kangaroo realizing that, coming in with a stun to scare Fnatic out of Roshan. They even dropped the Cataclysm for Vision. They really want to make sure that Fnatic do not get this Aegis and Cheese and Refresher Shard. Now Ajit heading into Roche without fear. What the heck's he doing? He has the BKB. He's going to man up against Envy now, but here comes Invoker with the Tornado onto the Templar. However, she gets her BKB off. Ajit actually snatches the Aegis even though Envy gets the last hit. Now there's a stun onto Envy. He doesn't have an escape route. He only has a Refresh Shard, and he's going to go down. He buys back for this. They know if they take out the Sven, they could win the game. Unfortunately, he has the Aegis. The Creeps, he actually kills himself to the Necro Creeps. What is that? The recall comes in, bringing Envy back into the engagement. We have a tactical pause mid-team fight with Kale. Oh my freaking god. Alright, we're going to resume the game. These pauses mid-team fight are pretty incredible. They say G, we G. They take out DJ. Now, immediate buyback coming from him. Somehow, alright, never mind. Everyone's buying back. Sven is dead. Oh, Refresher. What's that? Did Envy just do that? Did I just watch him do that? Is this game over? I see a Refresher to Rage and follow up there, getting the kill onto Alacrity. I mean, only better use of Refresher, I guess, was to give it to Universe, as they actually push back the Sand King here. What is DJ? Yo, DJ, you don't have a buyback. Oh. The Assassin just gets cut out here. Envy is actually going insane. What is he doing? He's just buying space. He realized he doesn't actually need to hit the buildings. He doesn't even have that much building damage, even though he's a Desolator. It doesn't stack on towers, by the way. So he's just going to make space. The mid-racks is going to fall. I mean, they do so much damage with the Beastmaster, but they will hold the mid-racks for now. Top racks still doing fine as well, but no, they're looking to go back in. They're not relieving the pressure. They know Sven's dead for another 60 seconds. They might just be able to end the game within that time. The Sven is feeling real bad right now. He feels like he has no ability to actually win this game for his team when he just dies like this. And they're watching the racks fall slowly and surely. They're going to blink away from the EMP. It is daytime, so they have infinite sustain. It just hit daytime about a minute ago. And the healing is potentially too much for Dragoon here. The racks are actually just dying to the catapult. They're burning everyone's mana here, including Nyx Assassin. Burn Invoker's mana, and you can end the game. Now, there's going to be the mid-racks falling, and they're going to go in for the top racks, but the stun here onto Universe, but Lotus Orbs come out, and they're going to look to turn this around. Uh-oh, they have full eyes there onto Sand King, and he doesn't care. He doesn't give a single care as he just stuns away. However, Rage focus onto the racks. It looks like this will be Mega Creeps. And does it even matter at this point? Flash! Oh my god, the white flash in my eyes. They're going to man up with the Sven, taking out two heroes, but that's already Mega Creeps there for Fnatic. They already lost a tier 4 as well. This is pretty disastrous. I guess Envy's dead for 90 seconds, 100 seconds without buyback. They may be able to do something off of this. They literally need to go in and just go straight throne or do something insane. If they can't even push the side lanes, it's mega creeps. The only lane they can go is mid. Side lanes both have their tier 2 up, and I feel like this is unlosable now for Fnatic because of that reason. Unless they throw their bodies into Fire Dragoon like 3 times and tell them they don't have buyback. But Ajit marching down mid, as he probably feels like his only play, but it's literally a Kato with blinding light. They're not going to be able to throne. It's actually impossible for them to throne in this game. I don't even think the TA needs to buy back. That is quite problematic. Brian T with a Ghost Scepter to deal with all this physical damage. How many Ghost Scepters they got? They got 1, they got 2, they got... I mean, it's basically a Ghost Scepter. It's a lot more expensive. The Crimson Guard. Not basically, but, you know, protects them against physical damage. Ajit farming some neutrals here for his next item, and what will it be? It's going to be a Daedalus. For the crits, he's ready to take one fight and win the game. Unfortunately, that's no longer going to happen. Fire Dragoon is not going to give them away this win against Fnatic. They're definitely going to try their hearts out. Now, they're also a team that's only on Malaysian time. You know? But at this point, what can they do? I mean, they have the answers to the creep, just because they have Sven. They have Alacrity. He can kind of defend. Not the best defender, but kind of defend. Now, alright, most importantly, alright, they have a Shadow Shaman level 20. Is it actually out of the question for them to wait around 6 minutes for an extra Roshan to spawn? They somehow take a fight around that time, and they run straight down mid with double Serpent Wards. As Abed gonna get caught out, he forces everywhere as he'll get himself to the high ground, brings himself back to the low ground. Now Envy manning up. Keep in mind, the Mega Creeps are surging in. If they just prolong this fight, the Mega Creeps will just end the game. They get the roar. Oh man. Alright, that's a GG. Alacrity's dead for 125 seconds. No buyback on him. And they're going to go in for more. As the Kato Blast comes through, they're just going to call GG. They realize it's futile. And Fnatic take game 2 as well. It's pretty stompy. Game 2 was not a clean game at all for Fnatic, but it doesn't feel like it mattered. They knew what their strengths were. They knew how to need to take the team fights. They went a little bit too YOLO at certain points in the game, but it didn't matter. They win the game. They had fun while doing it, and it's gonna have to be my last cast of night. I was feeling okay before casting, and now I feel like I'm freaking dying. I feel like I have a bad hangover. So I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow, where I hopefully get actual sleep and I can actually cast some games, or I'll be back on stream. But I'm gonna take a nap, or I'm gonna take a chill pill for now. I don't want to die. Also gotta do some work as well. So see you all. I'll probably tune out, tune back in, something like that. I was gonna cast Big God, but I don't think I'm up to it. So thanks everyone for tuning in. I'll see you guys sometime later today or tomorrow. Peace out, everyone.